What if the world you see isn't just a backdrop to your existence, but a mirror reflecting everything that lies within you? Imagine for a moment that every struggle, every frustration, every joy is a perfect reflection of your inner landscape, a map of your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. This is the mirror principle, the idea that reality is not happening to you, but is responding to you, mirroring back what you hold inside. You are not separate from your experiences. You are the creator of them. Life often feels like a series of unconnected events, challenges, and triumphs, but the truth is far more profound. What you face in the external world is a projection of your internal state. The job that drains you, the relationship that breaks your heart, the abundance or lack you encounter, they are all mirrors, reflecting aspects of your inner world. This isn't about punishment or reward. It's about alignment. The universe is always aligning with the energy you project, revealing to you what needs to be seen, healed, or celebrated. When we resist this reflection, we feel stuck. We blame the world, believing the source of our pain is external. But the reality is that the world is our teacher, showing us what we have yet to change within ourselves. What you refuse to see in yourself will persist until you face it. The mirror principle invites us to look inward, to accept the reflection, and, in doing so, to transform it. And yet, this journey isn't easy. It requires deep awareness and courage to face the parts of ourselves we've hidden. But in that acknowledgement comes freedom. How then do we begin to see the world as our mirror? The answer lies in the subtle, powerful connection between our inner thoughts and the quantum field around us. Let's dive deeper into how your thoughts and emotions shape the reality you live in. In the depths of our being lies a shadow, often ignored but always present, reflecting back through the mirror of life. This is the hidden part of us, our fears, wounds, insecurities, and unresolved traumas. According to Debbie Ford in The Dark Side of the Light Chasers, this shadow isn't something to fear or avoid. Instead, it holds the key to our liberation. Ford explains that the parts of ourselves we reject or deny will inevitably be projected onto the world around us. We see them in others, and they become our triggers, those parts of life that make us uncomfortable or angry. As Gregg Braden describes in his exploration of quantum physics and spirituality, the universe responds to the frequencies we emit, whether conscious or subconscious. When we resist acknowledging our shadow, the universe reflects it back to us in the form of difficult relationships, challenging situations, or repeating patterns. Braden's work on the divine matrix reveals that everything we experience is a mirror of our internal state. If we don't face our darkest corners, those unresolved energies continue to shape our external world, forcing us to confront them until we heal. But why is this shadow so difficult to face? It's because, as Ford emphasizes, the shadow reveals truths about ourselves that we are not yet ready to accept. These are the aspects we've been taught to shame, to push away. Yet paradoxically, the more we run from them, the more power they gain over us, manifesting in our lives as obstacles, fear, and discomfort. The dark side isn't about evil or negativity. It's about unacknowledged truths. The universe, like a wise teacher, mirrors these truths back to us, urging us to embrace them. This is not punishment, as some may believe when they think of karma. Instead, it is the universe offering us a pathway to transformation. The more we resist, the harsher these reflections become, until we have no choice but to confront them. Facing the dark side is painful but necessary. When we accept our shadow, we stop blaming the world for our suffering. We realize that what we despise in others, what we run from in life, is often a reflection of what we fear in ourselves. The mirror principle invites us to heal by first acknowledging our pain and using it as a guide towards our own evolution. Only by walking through the darkness do we begin to see the light. The journey into our shadow may feel daunting, but it's only the beginning. In the next phase, we will explore how the universe continues to send us signs and reflections, helping us navigate this inner work. But these signs are more than just coincidences. They are messages guiding us deeper into self-awareness. When we begin to grasp the mirror principle, the way we perceive our entire reality starts to change. The struggles, relationships, and even the smallest interactions we encounter are no longer external forces acting upon us. Instead, they become reflections of our inner state, guiding us toward deeper self-awareness. It's a revelation. Nothing happens to us. It happens through us. Our world, once seemingly random, transforms into a mirror that reflects our innermost thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. This shift is not merely intellectual, but deeply emotional. It requires a surrender, a willingness to look inward and confront the discomfort that arises. Often, the situations we find most challenging are the ones asking us to reflect on the parts of ourselves we've ignored, avoided, or repressed. It's not about assigning blame. It's about understanding that the energy we carry, whether fear, resentment, or love, shapes the reality we experience. The transformation begins when we stop resisting and start asking ourselves, what is this experience trying to teach me? In that moment, we begin to reclaim the power we've unconsciously given away. The mirror no longer feels like an adversary but a teacher, inviting us to evolve into a more authentic version of ourselves. When we resist the reflection, what consequences arise? What happens when we refuse to face the truths that the mirror shows us? When we turn away from the reflection that life offers us, we inadvertently resist our own growth. The mirror principle isn't just a passive observation, it's a constant invitation to change. However, refusing to confront what's being shown to us often leads to stagnation, confusion, or the repetition of painful patterns. The energy we resist, the emotions, experiences, and wounds we avoid, only grows stronger and manifests in new ways. The world around us seems to close in, mirroring the internal resistance we've yet to overcome. This resistance doesn't just create discomfort, it has a ripple effect on every area of our lives. Relationships start to fracture, opportunities slip through our fingers, and the same challenges keep reappearing, as if life is urging us to finally face what we've been avoiding. It's not that the universe is punishing us, but rather, it's relentlessly reflecting the unresolved aspects of our inner world, waiting for us to finally confront them. The harder we fight these reflections, the louder they become. And the more we avoid the mirror, the more distorted our reality feels. But there's a profound truth in this discomfort. It's guiding us to the very things we need to heal. When we stop running and start listening to the mirror's message, we open the door to profound transformation and inner peace. What happens when we finally stop resisting? What does life look like on the other side of surrender? As you look into the mirror of your life, realize that it's not about what's reflected. It's about how you choose to respond to it. The journey of self-transformation is both profound and challenging. The reflection you see today may not be the one you want, but the beautiful truth is that it can change. It all begins within you. Take, for example, a heated argument with someone. Maybe you find yourself irritated by their arrogance. The mirror principle asks you to pause and reflect. Why does this particular trait in them bother you so deeply? Could it be that there's a part of you that shares the same arrogance, or perhaps feels insecure about it? The world mirrors back what exists within. When we are bothered by someone's arrogance, it is an invitation to look inward and ask, where in my life am I being arrogant, or where do I need to heal my relationship with self-worth? The more you work with the mirror principle, the more you step into your true power. You learn that every experience, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity for growth. In time, you'll find that the mirror no longer shows you what's holding you back, but what's lifting you higher. This is the journey of conscious creation, a journey that begins with self-awareness and ends with limitless potential.